Hello guys, welcome to Motortech. My name is Lewis and today we are going to be restoring these BMW 335i headlights. Now, if you've been watching my other episodes, you will know about these. So I thought it would be pretty interesting to do a little experiment here. Now, I have done both types. I have done the sand and buff, and I've also done sand and clear coat. Now, I like both results. Both look really well. But today we're going to discuss the benefits of each one. Okay, now some of you guys might only have access to some sandpaper and a buffer, and that's what works for you, which is great. Some of you guys might want to go out of your way and apply some clear coat, but we're going to discuss what type of clear coat we are going to be using and which one will give you a better result. So I thought it would be great to do one of each and we can see directly a comparison between the two, and you guys let me know in the comments which one you prefer. If you've done one yourself, let us know. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Give us a like, guys, if you enjoy this episode. If you haven't seen the episodes of the 335 restoration, have a look in the link. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can have a look at where we're at with that. We're going to do the right side with sandpaper. I'll show you in a second what I'm using for that. We're going to do the left side with the clear. I will show you guys what type of clear I'm using, and just a really basic cheap spray gun. I've used this quite a bit already in other projects. It does work really well, so we're going to use that for this one here. And that's it. Let's get started. Just before we get started, guys, I wanted to give you a sneaky peek onto this beautiful Kawasaki. This was a long-term project. It took me 3 years actually, and if you appreciate custom work, this is full of it. It involves 4 different manufacturers, from the front to the back, and a lot of custom work to make it all fit, make it all work, and make it ride beautifully. Guys, if this is something that you like and you would like me to do an episode on this, there is so much to talk about on this bike. Guys, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and also let me know what you think this motorbike started out as. Obviously it's a Kawasaki. Let me know what model and year you think it is. Alright guys, I'll leave you with it and we'll get back on with the headlights. Okay guys, so for the sand type, we are going to start. What do we have here? Now this is, I didn't go out of my way to buy this, I just had a look in my drawer and this is what I had, but this will work, okay? So we're going to start with a 600 wet. We're going to use this wet. Then we're going to go over to 1000. Then we're going to go to a 2000. I would have liked to have gone to a 1500, but I didn't have 1500, so we'll go to a 2000, and then from there we're going to buff it. Okay, I'm pretty confident we're going to get a pretty good result on that. So this is the condition of the one that we're going to sand and buff. So it's not too bad, but you can see that it does need a bit of work. Alright guys, so now we're moving to the 1000. Alright guys, and now we're going to the 2000. You want to spend a bit more time with the last one, in this case is the 2000, just because it cuts so fine. It takes a little bit longer, so you really want to get rid of all the little fine marks that you would have left with the 1000. So you just got to spend a little bit more time on it, and it will give you a better result once we buff it. Alright, I think that is it. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed that we've got a bit of a cloud mark right here, but that's on the inside of the lens, so we're not going to be able to do anything about that, unfortunately. It's not too horrible, but I did notice it, so that's going to stay there, unfortunately. Okay, so this is what we're going to use to start buffing. First, I got my coarse pad, showing a little bit of wear. Now the first pass, this is a cut and polish, so it's a cutting compound. Okay, so we want something a little bit coarser to get rid of all the haziness from the sanding. So I'm going to do a couple of passes with this. Now this you got to use with a little bit of water. You don't use it dry. So you will see that it spreads a lot nicer if it's a little bit moist on the pad or on the lens. It just works a lot better. It spreads a lot better. It doesn't dry up on the job, whatever it is, whether you're doing a car or in this case we're doing a headlight. So we're going to do a couple of passes with this. Then we're going to move on to our fine pad, and we're just going to use car polish. Okay, it's pretty much like cream. There's nothing coarse about this, so this is just going to finish it off and bring out the gloss, or bring out the shiny. Alright, so we're going to do that. For the machine that I'm using, this one here is pretty heavy duty. Yeah, you can use, there's so many out there in the market, you can use anything really. But yeah, this is the one that I'm going to be using. That's the first pass. Right guys, so that's the two passes with the cut and polish. So now we're going to swap the pad and we're going to go over to the fine polish. Now this one we don't use wet, you just use this, you don't add any water. It's creamy enough that it spreads out really well. Yeah, so we don't need to add anything to it. If you do something like this, if you haven't done this before, spread the polish into the pad, don't just leave it sitting on top. As soon as you turn the machine on, it will just throw it everywhere. Alright, so we're going to do probably about 3 passes with this to get it to come up really nice. Again. passes, and I think that'll do it. Okay guys, so this is the condition of the second headlight. So this one we are going to sand and apply a clear coat. Okay, so this one is similar conditions to the other one. Now this is the sort of clear that you will apply to your paint job on the vehicle. And the reason I'm using this instead of using a spray can is that the quality of the paint and the quality of the spray out of the spray gun, I think, my opinion, it's better than what you get out of a spray can. So this is 2-pack. I'm not sure, and you can put it down in the comments if you want, but I believe that it's illegal to get 2-pack paint out of a spray can. Now, I don't know where I heard that many moons ago, but if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. 2-pack, especially with this stuff, clear, this stuff is can be pretty toxic. You definitely got to use a mask when you're using this. But let me know in the comments, I could be mistaken. But anyways, this is what I'm using. I like the results that I get with this stuff. And what else? I will probably apply 2, maybe 3 coats. I think 2 will be enough. If I can get a nice finish with 2, that might just do it. And then that's it. Then we'll see how it compares to the one that we just buffed. So for this one, I'm only going to sand with the 600 and the 1000. We're not going to go finer than that because we want to give the clear something to stick on. Something that's crucial in this part is make sure you got some gloves on. Because we're spraying clear on this, it is very easy that if you touch it just with the oils of your hand, you might get some fish eyes in the paint. So a fish eye is where the paint will just not stick. It'll form a little round dimple wherever the oil is, and it just looks a mess, and the only way to fix it is to rub it back and start again. So we don't want to do that. We want to get this right the first time. So put some gloves on, wax and grease remover, and we just want to give this a nice clean. I can already see that there are some stains on the inside of the lens. I think I might be able to get rid of some of them. I can try that later on though, I don't have to do that right now. I'm just going to give it about a 10-minute flash time before we do the second coat. So guys, I painted the headlight and something has gone wrong. I don't know what has caused this to happen. You can see it there just on the corner. It looks like a maze. Now I have done this job before and it's never done this to me. So I'm a little bit confused. But if anybody out there knows what causes the clear to do this, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rubbing it back. I'm going to leave it overnight and I'm going to rub it right back down and I'm going to try again. I'm going to try a slightly different process to laying the clear down. See if that helps it. The one that we sanded and buffed looks amazing. I won't show you guys yet. I want to show you guys one of each. But this is nothing to show. It's nothing impressive. It looks horrible. So I'm going to rub it back. We're going to try again, and hopefully we'll get the desired result. All right, guys. Okay, so here we are. As you guys just saw, I redone this headlight, and now it came out perfect, just as I expected. I'm not quite sure what happened with the other one. I had suspicions that maybe it was my clear, that it was old. It is a can that I've had sitting around probably for about a year. And so I thought, oh, maybe they have an expiry date or something. But no, I mixed it again. The one thing that I done different is I went lighter on the coats. So I've done 2 coats, both of them a little bit lighter, and yeah. There's still no reason why that should have happened, because normally when you do a heavy coat, if anything goes wrong, is you're going to get a run. But the way that it reacted, I don't understand. So if any of you guys out there have any idea what might have caused that, let us know in the comments. But anyways, I just spent all morning sanding it back, getting rid of all the marks, and now it's as it should have been the first time. What lets this headlight down, but there's a lot of marks that are inside the lens. So this headlight was missing one of the covers, and I think it just got a bit of dirt, probably water in it. All right, guys, so this is the one with clear. This is the one that is buffed. Now this one came out very nice as well. If anything, I'm almost leaning more towards this one as far as the finishing goes. So guys, let's talk about the benefits of each one. The benefits of sanding and buffing. It's easy. You don't need any special tools. It's quick. You can do it on the car. It's not very messy. The downside is that you're still working with a lens that is, in this case, it's around 17 years old. And so it's not going to last as long. So with this one here, let's talk about the negatives first with this. You need preparation, so you need to, prepare your paint, prepare your clear with your hardener, your thinners, set up the gun, clean the gun, do the masking. Ideally, you'll want to do this off the car. If you do it on the car, then you gotta make sure you cover the whole rest of the car so you don't get overspray. It is a lot more work. The benefit is that by adding clear, we are adding some UV protection. So this will last a lot longer than the one that is just being buffed. So it's up to you. If you want a quick fix, you want to sell the car, and just want to present it well, this is a quick way to do it, and it does look fantastic. It does not look any worse than the one that is being cleared. But if you have a car that you're planning on keeping for a while, definitely go with the clear. It will last a lot longer. So yeah, guys, that is it. So there you have it, guys. Both headlights are done. we have our clear, we have our buff. Guys, give us a comment. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think it best suits the application? And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, guys, make sure you give us a like. I'm pretty happy with both results, but obviously we want to make these headlights last. So in the restoration that we're doing, so I'm going to be sanding back this one now. I'm going to be giving this one a clear coat. I'm going to use the same step that I used the second time on this one, just to avoid having to do that one twice. And also let us know what you think of the bike. Let us know what you think the year and model is. And if I get enough likes, I'll do an episode on it. There are 4 different manufacturers in that one bike. Let us know. And that's it, guys. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. It will go a long way in the success of this channel. Guys, thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.